Hey everyone, in this video we will talk to you a little bit about net effective rent and what that means when you're searching for rental listings here in New York City on StreetEasy.com. And we're making this video today because recently StreetEasy made a change to how they display rent for listings on their platform. Now, just a quick refresher in terms of what net effective rent actually means. In essence, net effective rent is the actual rent you'll pay if you factor in any sort of incentive, such as a free month or two that the landlord might be paying. For example, if the gross rent is $3,000 on a 12-month lease and the landlord is providing 2 months free, the actual net effective rent is $2,500. So in terms of economics over the course of the lease, you're going to pay $2,500 a month. Now, functionally, in most cases, what that might mean is you'll actually pay that full $3,000 for, say, 10 out of the 12 months, and then perhaps in the final 2 months, you won't have to pay the rent. So the dollar amount that you pay each month varies and gyrates and might not be or won't be the net effective rent, but the net effective rent is a good way to understand the economics for you over the term of a lease for an incentive the landlord might be providing. Now, this is problematic for a few reasons. When you're searching for rental listings, so for example, in this case, the rent on the listing would say $2,998, and it wouldn't reference the gross rent anywhere. A lot of people did not like this. The reason being is it's important to understand the actual rent you might be paying each month as it relates to cash flow. So as we mentioned, the net effective rent is not a rent you'll actually pay in many cases. And the other thing as well is when it comes to getting a free month or two, what that might mean is basically when you want to renew the lease, in a sense, you'll actually be prompted to renew it at the full gross rent. So a lot of people don't like that, the fact that although the net effective rent might be the same, like in this case, $2,998 sounds same as $2,999, but if you were to rent this apartment here on the beginning of that potential second year, you won't have to sort of renegotiate with the landlord based on the presumption of you paying the gross rent. In this case, the renewal, assuming there's no increase on the actual rent, would be $2,999. So that's one of the reasons why on September 2nd, StreetEasy made an announcement that they're going to both display the gross rent as well as the net effective rent on all listings with concessions. So we showed you an example in the search results here, essentially showing the gross rent and the net effective rent. But the important thing that we want to convey in this video is the fact that when you're searching for listings on StreetEasy rental listings, the actual net effective rent is going to be what shows up in the search results and is triggered by your search criteria. For example, in this case, we have done a search in the Lower East Side for up to $3,000. And as you can see here, the pricing is going down in terms of the numbers, but occasionally you're seeing a higher number actually listed than what it should be. And that's because you're seeing the gross rent, but when we're filtering this, it's actually filtering it by the net effective. So in this case, that's a true rent right there, $2,999. This one here, $2,999 as well, but it's showing us that actual gross rent. So in other words, when you're searching for listings, you don't have to worry about the distinction between gross and net effective in terms of the economics. The search results will be showing you results based on the actual effective rent for the listings that might meet the criteria. So as we scroll down here, again, you'll see $2,999, $2,999. This one doesn't have any incentives because there's no net effective. And as we go down, although the price steps up to $3,270, we'll see as well that $2,998 is a net effective. So it is going, in this case, having been sorted by most expensive. So we hope you found this video helpful. And just a quick note, guys, if you want to play around with the math, learn about net effective rent, check out Housit's net effective rent calculator. The URL is up here at the top, and it allows you to, in an interactive way, actually figure out net effective rent from gross rent. You can change the number of free months, additional landlord concessions. You can also factor in moving expenses, broker fees, broker fee concessions, and such. So we hope you found the video helpful. If you have any comments, leave us a note below.